What's up, amigos? Welcome to GoldUp. Now, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys some new Photoshop actions that I created in order to Halftone Design for DTF and also for DTG. Now, these are going to be completely free for you to download. It's going to be two sets of actions. It's going to be for color shirts and also for black t-shirts. And now I'm not going to show you guys how these actions work, but I'm also going to show you guys every single step that goes into these actions, because to me it is very important to actually know what's going on, because there might be an occasion where a certain design might come to you and you're going to need to make some certain adjustments, and knowing the steps that are in these actions is going to make things a lot easier for you. So let's get started. So now let's get started. The first thing that I do obviously is download the actions from the link below. You're going to open Photoshop, create a new document. My standard size is 32 by 19. You can make your own changes, whatever file size you're using, but I just stick 32 by 19. Click create. Now we're going to load the actions. Select the actions. Now you're going to have this open. All you're going to do is go to window and select actions. Then click on the menu icon, load actions. Look for where your downloads go. Click on the actions and load. I already have it on here, so I won't do that again. And like I mentioned, it does come with two different actions. It's going to be for a black tee and it's going to be for colored t-shirts. Now, some of you might be asking, why do we need Halftone for DTF? Well, one of the reasons is to make your print a lot lighter. For example, if you're printing a black shirt, if your design has black on it, you could just knock out the black. That will make the print lighter, and also you'll be saving ink. Like, for example, like in screen printing, the design has black on it. If it's a black shirt, just minus the black. It'll save you ink, it'll save you film, and it'll save you screens. So let's start with one example. I have the design here I download online. I'm going to drag it into your file size, scale it down to whatever size you want. For example, I want 12 inches there. But if you want to be exactly precise, just right click on the layer, rasterize layer, and go to properties. And you can just put 12 inches if you want, or whatever size you want. Now you could, you want to center this if you want. Just click the move, center. Okay, so let's start with the black tee actions first. Click play. Here you're gonna, you can adjust how much black you want to be selected. It depends on the design and to you, but I just keep it at 90. Click OK. Click OK. Here's the resolution. I see people put like 1,000, even 1,200, but I've been using 300 for these past few years. Has worked perfectly for me. If you want, you could change that, but I just use 300. Click OK. The frequency, which is the LPI, again, I use 35. You could change that if you want. The angle 22.5 and the shape round. This is what works best for me, so this is why I have it like that. Again, these are optional. You could change it if you want, play around with it, see what works best for you. But for now, I'll just keep it like that. Then click OK. And now here's your new file. It's already hatched, like you can see. So now all you're going to do is go to, where's it at? File, save as, and save it as a PNG. Now, some of you might be saying, why can't we just, just delete the black, by selecting it, like, for example, let me duplicate this real quick. Okay, for example, we could just, W with the magic wand, select some black, and, select similar to it, and delete it. But the problem with that is that it might delete too much. For example, look at this side here compared to the original one. Yeah, that won't work. Also, another way you can do it, let me undo this real quick. You select color range, select the black, make how much you want. Uncheck this, click OK. and delete. But now this comes with another issue where your design is kind of like semi-transparent, and in DTF it's gonna have really trouble printing this because it usually prints in solid, and also remember it has to have an underpaste, so this is not gonna work. You're gonna run into issues. But this is why we use halftone, because if you zoom in here, everything's solid. But since in halftones, it gives the illusion that's fading out. For example, let's add a background real quick. Sure, there you go, see? So this is why we use halftones. But let me show you guys how these actions work. So let me just delete this real quick. I'm going to show you guys how it works for black tea before we move on to the other ones. So let me delete this. Let me start all over again so make it less confusing. So again, new file. Click on create. Drag in your design. For example, it's this one right here. Scale it down. So what I do is right click, duplicate layer, create a new layer, drag it down, add a solid color to it. It's gonna be black. Click OK. Have these two merge together. Right click, merge layers. Right click, duplicate layer. We're going to do that in a new document. We're going to select color range, select the black, make sure this is an invert. Again, make your changes, but again, I'll leave it at 90. Yeah, whatever. Click OK. Now we're going to delete. Control D to deselect everything. I'm going to image, mode, grayscale, discard, image, mode, bitmap, flatten layers, click OK, 300. Like I mentioned, LPI use 35, click OK, and now everything's in bitmap. So now we're going to Control A to select everything, Control C to copy. We're going to go back to the previous document. Here we're going to add a new layer mask. We're going to Alt and select click the white box, Control V to paste, and select this. And there you go. Let me just hide this layer so you can see it. So now here is where it's halftone. So next step, you could save this as a file. You could trim it here if you want, but I like doing it in a new document. So duplicate layer, new document, click OK. The image, trim, click OK. Here to make this with just one layer. Click new layer, select both of these, merge layers. Now you can save file and save it as a PNG. And basically that's it. Okay, so now I have a new document. I'm going to show you guys the Photoshop actions for colored t-shirts. I'm going to show you guys another example. Here's the design. Someone sent me that they wanted for DTF. Scale this down to the size. And this one has more like a transparent look on it, design on it. Which is why we need halftones. So these are the actions for colored t-shirts. Click here, color T, click play. Click OK. Same thing, 300, click OK. For instance, if you want to change the LPI, you could do so. If not, just leave it as it is. Click OK. And now you have your, say this is a PNG. Now this is halftone already. And this will go on for any colored t-shirts. For example, let's add a new layer here. Let's see a preview of it. Solid color. You want a black t-shirt? There you go. You want a red t-shirt? There you go. You want a blue t-shirt? There you go. You want whatever color that is? There you go. Now, the actions, the steps for this is basically the same thing as the first one, just with a little few extra steps. So let's start all over again. Let me delete this real quick. Let me delete this. So we're starting. We just drag the image on here. What we're gonna do is right click, duplicate layer, click OK. I'm gonna right click, duplicate the layer again. Now we're gonna create a new layer, another new layer. So we're gonna drag one down. We're gonna add a solid color to the back, solid color, the black. Click OK. Select the design, merge those two together. Let me hide that real quick. So the layer, we're gonna bring it down. Add solid color. I keep forgetting what this button thing is called here. Like this solid color. And we're gonna use a really bright green. I'm gonna merge these two together. Merge layers. Why green, you may ask? Well, just think of like in the movies, you know, what do they use for background? Green screen, or even blue screen sometimes, but mostly green, right? So that's why I'm using it. Won't get into that much detail, but you get the idea, right? So now the green layer, this one, we're gonna right click that one. We're gonna duplicate to a new document, click OK. We're gonna select color range. Again, basically the same steps. Click on the green, make your adjustments. I just do it at 90. Click OK. Backspace to delete. Control D to deselect everything. Now here is where we're going to be extra steps. We're going to image, adjustments, threshold. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this right here, threshold. And we're going to bring this all the way to the right. Click OK. Now we're going to go to image, mode, grayscale, discard, image, mode, bitmap, blend layers, click OK. Output 300. Okay. LPI again. I use 35. Click OK. And there you have everything. Halftone already. Now Control A to select everything. Control C to copy. We're going to go back to the other document. We're going to hide this green. You can hide this one too in the bottom too. Show this layer right here. And then we're going to add a layer mask to it. Alt, click the white box. Control V to paste. Click this icon again. Control D to select everything. And there you go. And like I mentioned, I like duplicating this in a new layer. That way I could save this file here. So duplicate layer. Click a new document. Click OK. New layer. Merge these two together. Image. Trim. Click OK. And there you go. So basically that's it. I mean, not that much difficulty. Again, knowing these steps will let you resolve issues that you might come into some of your prints. Okay, now before we end this video, I'm going to show you guys why it's important to know the steps that are happening in these actions in case you do run into issues. For example, here, I don't know if you guys caught in the beginning. Let me play this real quick. Imagine this going like black T, click play, click OK, okay. We saw in the beginning, it has like this black outline right here. Now, if you're printing this on a blank t-shirt, it's not a big issue. But if you're printing this on a white t-shirt, well, that is going to be a problem. For example, let me delete this real quick. Delete this. Let me make it for color T. Now, if you don't want this to pop out all the time, I'll show you guys right now how to get rid of it. Okay, click OK. Okay, so let's submit. like I mentioned, it does have this white black outline, right? Now if you ever print this on a white t-shirt, it's gonna be an issue. Even a light color shirt, some color you might be noticed that much, but on a white definitely. And you don't want that, right? But these have little small, just tiny adjustments depending on how much mess that it is. Like for example, here I gotta do is go to click on the image, click on the one. Let me zoom in so you can see. Then we're gonna go to select, modify, expand. I'll use like 4 pixels. And we're gonna go click on this, the layer mask. Make sure it's on black. Alt delete. Oops. And obviously just paint. So now that's how it looks like. It's cleaner. So now all you can do is duplicate this to a new layer, a new document, my bad. Delete this one because you don't need this one no more. That's the messed up one. And do the same steps as the other one. Just create a new layer, merge these together, image, trim. Okay. And if you zoom in now, it doesn't have the black outline no more. So that's one way to fix some minor issues. So now I'm going to show you guys how to customize your actions. For example, on this right here, click play. You don't want this popping out, even though I recommend having this still pop out, because like I mentioned, the black, how much black you select, it all depends on the image. I recommend having that on, but if you want, you could turn it off too. This option here, you could turn it off too. For example, if you want to use 35 all the time, and you don't want this popping all the time, the way to turn it off is by, let me cancel real quick. Let me delete this real quick. The way to turn it off is if you go here on the actions, you could just uncheck these boxes. This is for the color range, even though I recommend that you leave that on there. For example, if I turn this off, and the next time I go to click play on these actions, I won't get none of those pop-ups. And one thing to do with knowing this is now you could duplicate these actions, and one could be for 20 LPI, 25, one for 30, one for 35, one for 40, or one for 50 LPI. So you're going to just duplicate. For example, we'll name this one 40 LPI. And the way to make it 40 LPI, because right now it's still 35. If you look right here on the convert mode, it says 35. So let's turn this back on real quick. Let's turn this color range, because I recommend having that on. That's very important to me. Okay, so you just click play. Oh wait, let me delete this right quick. Click play. This is where I recommend having it on all the time. Click OK. Click OK. And here, once you get here, click cancel. Open this, the convert mode. Double click on it. Click OK. Click OK. And here, let's make it 40 LPI. And click OK. So now we could turn this off. Boom. And you can see right here, it's saved as 40 LPI, 40 per inch. So we could close this real quick. Delete this. So now pretend that you're starting all over again. But hey, I want to do 40 LPI this time. Click on 40 LPI and click play. Make your adjustments. You can turn it off if you want to, but if not, you can leave it on. Click OK. And there. Now this one's 40 LPI. Same thing. You want to make one for 50 LPI, just duplicate this action. Duplicate. We're going to make this one. Well, let's make this one 45 LPI. So just delete all of these. Start all over again. Like this. But we're going to turn back it on. So where's the convert mode? Where's it at? Convert mode. Is it this one? Yeah. Make this stop. Click play. Click OK. Okay. Hit cancel. Open it. Double click. Okay. Okay. And put it 45. In there. And now it says 45. Uncheck this so it won't stop there. Open it. So now you have it saved. So next time, now you can decide, do I want 40 LPI or 45? I want 45 today. So click play. Okay. It is done for you, 45 LPI now. Bigger dots, well, smaller dots. So yeah, so now you have your set. Okay, so that's basically everything. Hopefully this were easy to follow along. You didn't have to watch all of them, but just having the actions, all you can do is click play. That's it. The steps are already in case you do want to know how to use them. But like I mentioned, these are completely free for to use. All I'm asking is that if you guys do download them and use them, like this video, leave a comment below, share this video, subscribe if you haven't, or you can buy me a coffee, which I'll leave a link in the description below. And basically that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below as well, or you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook. And basically that's it. See you guys next time.